in Rome, Italy, with my friend Syeila,
Hello.
who has been living here now for a year. And we just got here to, where are we?
Explore the neighbourhood in Trastevere.
Trastevere, okay. So this is a really cool neighborhood. I've been here before one time, last time I came to Italy, to Rome. And we're here again to check it out because I really didn't get a good look at it last time. But yeah, I'm here hanging out with Syeila for a few days and we're going to explore Rome and all the amazing food and culture. And Sheila's going to share all the things that she's learned about Italy and Italian culture and food and all the things that she's seen, and it's going to be amazing. And yeah, and right now, where are we going?
We're going for lunch.
Yes,
So
we're both starving, so yeah, and we're going to go eat lunch. And
there
yeah,
are tons of restaurants. This is the perfect place to go and explore different restaurants in Rome. Lots of good restaurants to eat, and then there's also we're at a restaurant called Ivo at Trastevere. It's in the Trastevere neighborhood and it's been around since 1960. Sì, grazie. Okay, now we have.
let's see this.
This is a Trastevere pizza with salmon, caviar. It's a white pizza and with rockets. So this restaurant's known for its pizzas, very good pizzas, Roman style pizzas, because you have Roman style pizzas with a very thin base and a Napoli pizza, which is a thicker crust or thicker dough. So this one is a supplì. It's like arancini, known in other parts of Italy, but in Rome it's known as a supplì, made with risotto in a tomato-based sauce and then breaded. We have a aubergine or eggplant croquettes, and we have a zucchini flower that's been deep fried and stuffed. So very Roman. Gelato is not overflowing. The ones that gelaterias that have an overflow in abundance of gelato in the container tend to be whipped with air in it and are not as good.
Okay, so Trastevere. Tell me a little bit about this area of Rome.
I don't know much about this area other than
Whatever
the
you
few
know.
the few times that we've gone on a guided tour.
Yeah.
And apparently it was once a poor neighbourhood, so working class people. It's guests would be outside of the city walls, so the people that lived here would have service, the nobility. But this whole area was, we're very working class. And there was a whole ton of churches as well in this area. So you had hospitals, there's a cluster of hospitals that have now been changed or transformed into either museums or other buildings now. But it's all in the same neighbourhood. But now it's become a very popular destination for visitors to Rome because of its restaurants. It's just on the other side of the Tiber River, so you know, stone's throw from.
What I heard
well,
is
the
kind of
popular
like
areas.
a bit of a bohemian vibe. Is that
Yeah,
what,
yes
that,
and
is
no.
that
I
what
mean,
you-
I think it's become. I think over the years, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
It's become more popular. So
Yeah.
maybe it was once
Okay.
quite bohemian, but now it's become
Yeah,
quite
a bit
popular and trendy,
mainstream.
and you know, with social media,
Yeah.
things get shared, and now all of a sudden it's
Yeah.
bustling with lots of restaurants with Roman fare, serving Roman fare, gelateria,
Yes.
here, there, and everywhere. But the streets are all sort of cobblestone, and you'll see that some areas are just pedestrian only, and other areas, despite it being narrow,
Yeah.
you'll see cars passing through. So gelateria here, I mean. But you'll see there's a
Beautiful. It is very
lot of
picturesque. I mean, like
churches,
Instagrammable for
yes,
sure.
Yes.
Right.
It's significantly quieter than where we just come from as well.
Yeah. Oh, so pretty. Look at
There's
this.
a gentleman wearing a very Roman T-shirt with Daje, D-A-J-E. Can you see?
Yeah, let me see. Check out this
means like,
building.
come
It's
on.
so pretty. And this is kind of what you see all over this area.
Well, if your baby leaves you and you got a tale to tell, take a walk along the street and bring her down out of it.
Sorry, this is an area with the famous Santa Maria della Pace church, which houses artwork by notable Italian artist Raffaello. You see, you've got works in there by him and other artists. But this street is actually full of little kiosks that serve Roman street food. So over here, you have croquettes, okay, crocchetta. You have what is called arancini in Sicily, but in Rome it's called a suppli. It's basically a risotto that's has a filling of either mozzarella cheese and coated in breadcrumbs. So here you have the suppli, which is Roman. Arancino refers to one singular rice ball, so to speak. This is cacio e pepe, which is a Roman dish. Carbonara, again, another Roman dish. And artichokes, you'll find artichokes in Rome as here it's almost like a tempura style, you know, deep fried. Cod fillets, and there's this place and there's one just next door as well that has more. Fiore di zucca, which is zucchini flour that's been deep fried. So all of this is a theme here. It's all, everything's fried, but they also do pizza by the slice. We can have a look at the pizza. And food on the go would probably be a sandwich. So you have a variety. I think we've come after lunchtime, so there's maybe less of a variety, but you'll see pizzas, pizza by the slice, and they go by weight.
Yeah. So pizza is kind of a little bit like sandwich or kind of fast food, something quick.
Something on the go, yeah. And pizza al taglio, which is pizza by the slice. If you're eating in a restaurant, you'll get your own pizza, and that's pretty much something that you would eat sitting down. You know, but if you're looking at places where it's sold by weight, that's considered street food. So the name suppli there's alleged two different stories. One is that it came from, I think, Frenchmen who'd come to Rome and said there was a surprise, a surprise, when they opened, or they'd been into the whatever rice ball. The other one is that it comes from the name suppli di telefono, which is a telephone line. So when you bite into a suppli, it's almost like got a phone line. The string of cheese is quite long. And at this store, they have different types. So you have arrabbiata, which is a spicy tomato sauce, the cacio e pepe, classica, which is a tomato mozzarella. And then what else do you have?
Oh, lasagna.
Ragu, yeah, so bolognese, which means that it's a meat sauce. And meat sauce would mean that it might be a combination of different meats, not necessarily just beef.
All right. Oh,
And
the
you could the
southern
pizza,
side looks
the
amazing,
variety of pizza that they have, and it looks pretty good.
Let's go
And these are
inside.
the sandwiches, you see.
Let's go inside and check this out.
Sorry. Okay, margarita, melanzane. Okay, it's common to find potatoes on pizza.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yes.
Interesting.
Not pineapple, potato. Okay.
All right. We are gonna taste soupi.
You've got the bolognese and I have the
Yes.
calabria.
So this is what mine looks like.
Mine's ball. It's not either soupi.
Want to see?
Very crunchy.
Okay. It's a rice ball thing. This is Italian street food. And this is the drink that we're drinking.
It's very good.
A kind of a bitter orange. Is that right?
Have you tried it?
Yeah, I do.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I do. I tend to like bitter taste too, in general. You know.
It's
so-
still a little bit sweet. It's not completely bitter.
Oh, this is good. And yours is the more traditional? No, what is it?
This is an arrabbiata, which is actually means angry in Italian.
Oh, really?
Fiery. It means angry, fiery. So it's a spicy tomato
It's not
sauce.
at all related to the word Arab, is it? No.
I don't know. No, I don't know. I need to look it up.
Is it? Oh, so it's angry because it's spicy?
Yes, fiery.
Fiery.
So if you think
fiery.
angry, fiery, spicy. Okay, so now we're gonna go for the pizza.
The pizza. So, yes, you can't eat this with your hand.
Yes, it's fine.
But, so what do we go
Even
on
though we're
us?
sitting down.
So I picked this because, you know, it's got anchovies on it, and I had to eat
And
anchovies.
the base is a focaccia.
Focaccia,
so
yeah.
focaccia,
Okay,
you
so
see?
the bread part is
Focaccia, and
focaccia.
it's got the puntarella, which is very Italian, and the stracciatella, which is
Okay,
creamy.
so there's some kind of a, no, it's
Cream.
not cheese, it's cream.
It's like a
And then
creamy
it's
cheese.
got zucchini, or what is it?
No, puntarella. The green is a puntarella, lemon peel. It's got a tomato base and anchovy.
All right. I haven't had this before, so this will be interesting.
Tastes very fresh. It's so good.
This is really quite nice for lunch, you know? And the options are like enormous. The different flavors. All right, we are here to check out this.
Arrosticini.
Yep. So this is a skewered meat. It's one of the types of street food, right?
yeah.
Roman street food.
It's become popular in Rome, but it's actually from a region called Abruzzo.
Okay.
So
Alright.
it's a hilly mountain.
So essentially, it's like a meat on a stick. It's a meat on a stick. Every
cuisine culture
has
probably
some
got
meat on a
some
stick.
sort of
Yeah.
meat on a stick.
So this is Italian meat on a stick. The Japanese has it. The
Italians
you know.
have it.
Middle Eastern culture. We got satay in Southeast Asia, so this is what it's supposed to look like.
So I know what I like.
All right. Okay. Okay. So it's here, and we got some chicken and sheep and also liver. Okay, we're gonna try the arrosticini, which is meat on a stick. That's what we're going for. Okay, so what is this? Well, we're gonna go for the fries first, though, you know, because it's fries. So let's see how the Romans do their meat on a stick. That looks like
I
what?
actually think
Yeah, that looks like.
This is chicken. I could be wrong.
Yeah, that looks like chicken.
That's chicken. I think this is the liver.
That's liver. Okay.
So I'm gonna go with
And
the
this
liver.
is
The sheep.
this is sheep. Sheila's doing the liver. All right.
Okay.
Chin.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
That is good. All right. The Italians do good meat on stick.
It's really good.
Do you like it? Both of them.
That is really good.
And the
Yum.
rum, how is it? Italy?
So I just wanted to ask you about what you've learned about living here in the past year about Italians, Rome, any interesting perspective, thoughts, reflections that about, okay, let's start with Italians versus Romans. Like
I definitely think that Romans see themselves as Romans first and then Italian.
okay.
That might not necessarily be true for people from other regions, maybe except for Napoli, I'm not sure. But I think people, they're proud Romans and then they're Italian.
Okay. There's a lot of regionalism aspect in Italy,
Like, and if like Roman food, we're proud of Roman food.
Yep.
And if there's a dish, well, that's if it's theirs, like they want to claim that's our food, that's from our region, that's from our city.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, I think this because we moved here last year.
Right.
Appreciates life. Appreciates you just maybe take things at a slightly slower pace. So, if anything, having moved from London to Rome has forced me to slow down a little bit.
Well, definitely,
really
as
taken
soon as
the beauty
I
and
arrived in Rome, my first experience getting on the public transportation.
because you know what?
Definitely I knew I was in Italy because I got to the platform.
We're not in Germany. That's what you said to me.
We're not in Germany, that's for sure. It's like the train might come, it might not come.
It might not come. We'll
it's
see
like
how it feels like.
it's like, and if that one doesn't come, we'll just change the time. We'll just go to the next one. We'll just move on to the next one.
You have to adapt very quickly. I think that there's no point in worrying about things that you can't control.
Right.
Because it's beyond your control. What can you do? Is you can control your reaction to things, right?
Right.
So, if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't come, well, change your plans and adapt accordingly. The Romans, this might be an Italian thing where they eat, meals are important.
Right.
It doesn't have to be a sit-down three-course meal every meal.
Right.
Breakfast is always something quite light, just a cornetto, which is like a croissant, with a coffee. So, or a sweet biscuit or something, a sweet pastry with a coffee. So something to give you enough energy to start your day. Lunch will be something heavier, but not, as I said, not necessarily a three-course meal. And then
it's like it's a attitude to life that doesn't make work the center of your life, right? It's just like you see in the way they prioritize meals, or they close the shops for the whole summer in August, or they don't have to make endless profit. When you're in the business, it's like you make enough so that you can have a good life,
your life,
and then you go out and enjoy your life.
And you go out and you live fully.
Exactly. So that's really reflected in their attitude, right?
But across the board.
Right.
And it can be frustrating if you're not used to that.
Especially coming from
Or you can
America,
embrace it,
the hustle culture of work is life, life is work, and
Or you expect things to run on time, or people to show up for appointments.
Okay, though that's the frustrating part. Okay,
I've had 2 appointments with a certain company, a telecommunications company here in Italy, and out of the 3 times they've scheduled an appointment, they've failed to show up for 2. 2 out of 3 is bad.
Right. Certainly, both of us have lived in the UK,
multiple
in
places.
the
In the
US,
US,
and you know
in
we've lived in
Asia.
Asia, right? And certainly, I think we don't
I've had
expect
to lo-
perfection
no,
in the
but
sense of
I've
like
def-
but at least some level of
I've
professionalism
had to
in terms
lower
of
my
like
expectations.
if
There.
somebody if you make an appointment, you're
You
like
keep it.
yeah, at least communicate,
Yeah.
right? I mean, like, okay, if you don't show up, something comes up, yeah, we understand, but can we have a call? Can we
Yes, just
get
some
something?
sort of notification to say, by the way, we can't come.
Right.
We couldn't come an hour ago.
Yeah.
Would be nice.
Yes.
But I mean, so yeah, I've
Yeah.
had to lower my expectations
Yeah.
in that regard. It's frustrating
Yeah.
for sure. Things
Yeah.
take as long as they take, and you cannot rush it.
Yep.
No matter how much
Yep.
you will it to happen. No,
Yeah.
it would take as long as it takes, and you just have to be patient. So there's nothing you can do about
Yeah.
it. So what else can you do? You just move on or. Enjoy the beauty while you're waiting for something to
Well,
happen.
there's certainly a lot of beauty to be had in Rome. I mean, it is like a living museum.
You
I mean, walking
are-
around everywhere
Yeah.
is just like, and you go into the churches, it's bigger and more ornate, and then you're out in the street and it's just like, oh, there's an ancient Roman thing over there, and then
wall,
another thing, right? It's every step is a thing. But like as we were just saying earlier, there is this sort of like other side of the coin that I think a lot of us who are not Italians and don't realize is that there is this other side of modern Italian culture, society, the modern young people who, want to move on in certain aspects, innovate, evolve, and in their architecture, in
Keep
their design and buildings, and they are like actually somewhat resentful of some of the overemphasis and prioritization of all this ancient old stuff.
Yes, like, from the Roman Empire. But having said that,
Yeah.
I mean, I think now because it's easier to travel, it's become more affordable to go and travel to other parts of the world, and you see, what you think is parts of Asia, you might think it's the backwater or something, but when you go there, you realise it's completely different to how it's been depicted in a show. Like in Italy, there's a show about Malaysia.
Oh, really?
It's a TV series, I think, on a pirate, and they have this idea that it's very exotic and that we're somehow we live in the jungle and maybe. And then until Italians go visit, they're like, wow, it's so advanced, and so things are, the highways are amazing, or everything's efficient, runs on time. It makes you appreciate the things that we have that run really well when you compare it to things that don't run well in other places.
Yeah.
And because of that, and maybe that's where you say the frustration, you see it in maybe the younger generation.
Right.
I remember that Italy has an aging population. After Japan, I think it's the second in the world. So it's frustrating to be held back by the past because you can't live in the present. You're being held back. You can't become more efficient in different areas because of the past. It's literally holding you back. They've been doing the extension of the Line C, the metro line, for I think
20 some years.
something like that.
But they can't.
And they
they
keep
can't.
finding new
Every single
things.
time you dig, you find something, a coin. Oh, you got to stop. Excavate. You got to
Calling
call
the
in
experts.
the archaeologists. Yeah, I mean,
And granted, there's a lot of buildings in here, so you might get a restaurant, but then it sits on top of the base, what was once the home of some notable person.
Right.
And so they've had to maintain whatever they could and maybe preserve it in a way that people can still appreciate it and go visit it. So let's take, for example, the McDonald's in the Spanish Steps. There's pieces of things that they found while they were building it up, and it's definitely not like your run-of-the-mill McDonald's in other countries, and that's for pretty much all of Rome. You'll see. Well, one thing I do like in Rome, you have the Nazzone, which is the fountain. This is one right ahead of us. So you'll never get thirsty in the city because every other area. So you just should bring a water
there are
bottle.
these fountains everywhere.
And in
it's like
Rome-
free water, guys.
And it's good.
Free water.
And so you just carry a water bottle with you, and you're basically good to go.
Yep. And it tastes pretty good.
They taste good. And
Yeah.
the thing is that in Rome it's called a nasono, like the nose.
Yeah, it does look
because of
like
the
that.
shape of the.
Well, not this
spout.
particular one, but
Not
most
this
of the
particular-
ones
most
are.
of the ones
yeah.
they have a particular
Definitely.
shape to it.
Yeah.
So we're actually in the orange garden.
Yep. With a great view of the city.
Yes.
So I'll take you guys to see that. All right.